Your medical practice doesn't just serve patients, it elevates your entire team. Most conversations about medical interior design usually focus on patients' flow, patient satisfaction, patient experience. Although those are important, but there's another level of truth that medical practices usually overlook. And that is your space is shaping your team every single day. Not through policies, not through meetings, but through how they feel in your space. This is where the soul of your practice matters deeply. The soul of your practice is the invisible culture that guides how your team's showing up every single day. It reflects what your value is, what's important to you, how you care for one another, and what kind of standards you hold for your work. When your space is designed with that intention in mind, it becomes a quiet leader, the one that supports focus. It helps to reduce friction. It creates a sense of belonging, a sense of pride. We believe design shapes behavior. A thoughtful environment helps your team move with clarity. They stay grounded under pressure and deliver with presence. They deliver and show up with intention. When the soul of your practice is clear and it truly expressed through design, your team does not just work in the space, they're actually supported by it. Let's think about your team for a moment. They arrive early, they move constantly, they carry a lot of responsibility, they carry emotion, they care for patients going from one room to another. Now ask yourself, I want to invite you to ask this question from yourself, not as a manager, but as a leader. What does your space give them? Many practices unintentionally design spaces that their team, they have to compensate for it, and the team, they have to adopt for it. For example, tight layout. They don't have enough space for their supplies, or it wasn't intentionally designed to think about what is in 6 months to a year, what is that overflowing supplies or equipment requires. An inefficient flow that sends the team back and forth between the rooms, between the labs. It adds more steps, it adds more time, and creates more friction for them every single day. They usually don't have a quiet moment that they can calm their nervous system between the patients, because there is no room or there is no break room that it can really help them to create that calm moment. Over time, this doesn't just create fatigue, it dulls the energy that once made the work meaningful for them. And when joy fades, engagement follows. Then the retention becomes harder. Then the culture starts to feel heavy instead of feeling alive. In shaping more than 250 medical and wellness practices nationwide, we understood and observed a truth that staff retention isn't about pay, isn't only about schedule, it's about how supported people feel in their environment. And that's a very sophisticated and fine line. So what does it look like to design for your team? It's about creating flow that eliminates unnecessary steps, that eliminates frustration. It's about natural light, thoughtful break spaces. It's about where they can recharge and calm their nervous system. It's about ergonomic that supports their body through long days. You're creating an environment where people want to be, not just doing. Not because they have to, but because they feel the difference. When your team feel that difference, your patients feel it too. A well-designed environment communicates respect without even saying a word. It says, you matter, your time matters, your energy matters. When team feels supported by their environment, they show up differently. They're more present with the patients. They're more collaborative with each other. They're more connected to the mission of the practice. And you're not just reducing turnover. That's the key. That's the truth. You're building a culture of excellence. This is what we mean when we say the soul of your practice matters. So as you think about your next build out or redesign, ask yourself, am I designing a space that will drain my team or one that will elevate them? Because the practices that becomes destination, the one that people talk about it, refer their loved ones to, and the team, they have a loyal team, they have top talents. They're the ones that they understand this truth. Your space isn't just about aesthetic. It's about the feeling, the energy, the culture, and the people who bring your vision to life every single day. If you're planning a medical wellness practice and want a strategic partner in your design process, we invite you to book a growth strategy call with us. We partner with practices nationwide, and we would be honored to show you what's possible when your space supports everyone it touches.